Hi, welcome to In and Around Computer. In this video, we are going to see what are web protocols, or we can say what are the protocols used by your web browser to load a web page. Web browser uses various protocols to load a web page that you need using various protocols. That is, it uses a domain name system protocol to convert a domain name into an IP address. That is, you will give into the browser a domain name for the web page that you need, and it will be that domain name will be converted into an IP address using the domain name system protocol, and it also uses HyperText Transfer Protocol to request the web page contents from that particular IP address, and it also uses the Transport Layer Security Protocol to serve the website over a secure encrypted connection, since security also has to be ensured. Now we can see in detail these three protocols which are the most important to load a web page and by the web browser. You can see them one by one. First is the domain name system protocol, that we have a separate video on that in my channel, so you can check my video on that. Next important protocol is the Hypertext Transfer Protocol. This is a fundamental protocol of internet that enables the transfer of data between client, we can say it as a web browser, and a server which has the web page. And the purpose of this HTTP is primarily used for loading web pages using hypertext links. It also allows clients like web browsers to request the resources, that is, the resources may be of the HTML documents, images and files from others, from servers. And the functionality is that it follows a client server model, where the client initiates a connection to make the request and the server responds with the requested data. And next, how the communication flow will be that when you visit a web page, your computer uses the HTTP to download that page from another computer, that is, we can say server, that will be somewhere in the internet. And this process involves the client, that is your browser, sending an HTTP request to the server, which then responds with the requested content, which will be an HTML page. And seeing this diagram, we can you can understand the request and response. The request which is made by the client, and where the server response, that is a web server, will respond with that particular web page that the client requested. So this is the protocol, which is the HyperText Transfer Protocol. That this HyperText Transfer Protocol follows a client server model. Protocol means that is a set of rules. They can check my video on that also. Next is the Transport Layer Security Protocol. The purpose is that it provides privacy and data integrity for internet communications, and it encrypts the communication between the web applications such as web browsers and servers, ensuring that the sensitive data remains confidential during the transmission. So beyond web browsing, this TLS can also secure other type of communication, include email, messaging and voice over IP services. Also, then the key functions, that is encryption, that is this TLS hides data being transferred from third parties by encrypting it, and it also provides authentication, that is, it ensures that the parties exchanging information are who they claim to be. And it also ensures integrity, that is, it verifies that data has not been forged or tampered with during the transmission. So these are the things which are done by this transport layer security protocol. Now we can see how that works. And this uses a combination of symmetric and asymmetric cryptography to establish an encrypted bidirectional data tunnel and transfer data. And with this asymmetric cryptography, data is encrypted and decrypted with a secret key known to both sender and the receiver. And this, as in asymmetric cryptography, this is used to generate and exchange a session to encrypt the data transmitted by one party and decrypt the data received at the other end. This server must have a transport layer security certificate to enable secure negotiation of encryption between client and server. This certificate also contains important information such as domain ownership and public key, which are used to validate the server's identity. In such a way, this transport layer security protocol works by, by using a certificate which has the information such as ownership and public key, and which are used to validate the server's identity, and it also does encryption and decryption to maintain the security or to ensure security. And now we can see the flow. First, the client initiates a connection to the server, and we can say this as a web browser when it requests the particular web page from a server. First, the client initiates the connection to a server. The server presents its TLS certificate to the client, and this client validates the server by verifying that certificate information, and this where session key is then generated through information exchange between the two parties, that is client and server, and the generated session key is used for encryption of traffic between the two parties. And by using the encryption, we can this TLS protocol ensures the security between the client and server. So this is about the flow that this transport layer security protocol follows. Subscribe to my channel if you feel content.